The Keys to the Kingdom, The Spiritual Path to Fulfillment by Emmet Fox. Summary. Emmet Fox's The Keys to the Kingdom serves as a spiritual manual, offering profound insights into Jesus' teachings, especially those found in the Sermon on the Mount. Fox interprets these lessons, particularly the Beatitudes, through a metaphysical lens, presenting them as keys to unlocking higher consciousness and achieving true fulfillment. Core philosophy. Rooted in New Thought philosophy, Fox's work reframes Christianity as a practical path of spiritual psychology rather than strict dogma. He believed that Jesus' teachings contained transformative techniques that, when applied, could uplift anyone's life, regardless of their religion. The essence of his philosophy is this: changing one's thoughts transforms one's world. The Beatitudes as steps on the spiritual path. Fox views each beatitude as a milestone in the evolution of consciousness. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. This poverty refers not to material lack, but to openness and humility. Fox emphasizes that spiritual receptivity, the willingness to release pride, assumptions, and rigid thinking, is the first step to inner awakening. Approaching the spiritual path with childlike curiosity allows divine wisdom to flow in, replacing limiting beliefs with higher understanding. 2. Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted. True mourning, according to Fox, is the honest sorrow we feel when confronting our flaws and past missteps. This introspection is painful but necessary. It's the soul's purification. Through this emotional catharsis, we clear the way for healing and the deep comfort that only spiritual rebirth can bring. 3. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Fox redefines meekness as strength held in balance, self-discipline rather than submission. The meek have learned emotional control and wise action, gaining influence over their external world. This key marks a shift from reactivity to mastery, where power is directed from within rather than dictated by circumstances. 4. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. This beatitude speaks to the soul's deep yearning for spiritual truth. Fox insists that genuine progress requires a hunger for enlightenment as strong as physical hunger for food. The promise of being filled reflects the universe's generous response to those who passionately seek divine understanding. 5. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. This echoes the law of cause and effect. As we show forgiveness and kindness, so shall we receive it. Compassion is not just noble, it's spiritually practical. Mercy frees us from bitterness and aligns us with the loving energy that governs the universe. 6. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God. Purity of heart means undivided intention and genuine authenticity. For Fox, spiritual vision emerges when our motives are clean and aligned with truth. As we shed hypocrisy and embrace sincerity, we begin to see God. That is, to perceive divine presence clearly in our lives. 7. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of God. True peacemakers create harmony by resolving internal and external conflicts. They don't avoid confrontation, but resolve disunity through spiritual insight. In creating peace, we embody our divine nature and fulfill our role as agents of unity. 8. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Fox reminds us that spiritual growth often brings resistance from others or our own ego. Such trials are signs of real progress and deepen our resolve. The reward, again, is the kingdom of heaven, symbolizing full spiritual realization. The Lord's Prayer, a blueprint for transformation. Fox also provides a metaphysical interpretation of the Lord's Prayer, treating it as a scientific method for aligning with divine truth. Our Father which art in heaven, recognizing the divine presence within and around us. Hallowed be thy name, honoring divine principles. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, surrendering personal will to universal order. Give us this day our daily bread, trusting daily spiritual insight. Forgive us our debts, letting go of resentment for spiritual freedom. Lead us not into temptation, asking guidance to avoid limiting thought. Deliver us from evil, seeking release from negativity. For thine is the kingdom, affirming divine sovereignty and surrendering ego. Key spiritual principles. Throughout the book, Fox teaches actionable spiritual laws. The power of thought. Thoughts are causative. Fox stresses that our inner world creates our outer reality, and by consciously choosing our thoughts, we shape our lives. The law of substitution. Rather than resisting negativity, replace it with a constructive thought. This practice instantly shifts energy and focus toward healing. The golden key. In times of difficulty, stop focusing on the problem and instead think about God. Redirecting attention to divine truth opens the way for solutions beyond the mind's limits. Scientific prayer. Prayer, for Fox, is not supplication, but a method of aligning consciousness with spiritual truth. It is the affirmation of divine good already present, not an appeal for change. The Great Lawsuit. Fox likens our challenges to a courtroom scene. Our negative thoughts argue against our good, and we must consciously speak for spiritual truth to win the case of our lives. The 7 aspects of God. Fox identifies 7 divine qualities that we can develop within. 1. Life, the vitality of existence. 2. Truth, eternal reality. 3. Love, the force of unity. 4. Intelligence, creative order. 5. Soul, aesthetic and inner sensitivity. 6. Spirit, essence and presence. 7. Principle, unchanging law. Meditating on these cultivates a divine state of being. The path of transformation. Fox presents spiritual evolution in 5 stages. 1. Awakening. A moment of inner realization or dissatisfaction with the material world sparks the spiritual journey. 2. Understanding. We begin to learn the spiritual laws that govern life. 3. Application. True growth requires daily application through thought, prayer, and practice. 4. Demonstration. Results manifest, our inner work begins to bear fruit in tangible ways. 5. Mastery. Ultimately, we gain spiritual mastery, a stable awareness of divine truth regardless of life's fluctuations. Essential practices. To stay on the path, Fox recommends daily meditation. Creating mental stillness allows divine ideas to enter. Scientific prayer. Treatment, a structured, affirming prayer technique based on recognition, denial, affirmation, gratitude, and release. Practicing the presence. Maintaining an ongoing awareness of God in daily life. Forgiveness. Releasing others and ourselves from judgment clears spiritual and emotional blockages. Service. Serving others is both a sign and a catalyst of spiritual maturity. Navigating obstacles. Fox acknowledges that progress involves challenges like mental laziness, doubt, and distraction. But consistent practice, trust in spiritual law, and a sincere heart lead to the kingdom that lies within.